G'day everybody, my name is Rick Otton from rickotton.co.uk. I had a financial advisor call me just a few days ago on the phone. He asked me if I could put a particular transaction together for a seller who was going to lose their home. The steps that I went through, I'm going to share with you today in today's video. Okay, so here we are. So the financial advisor calls me and he says he has a property, would I be interested? These are the steps I go through. First is, tell me about the house. What's the debt load on the house and what type of debt is it? So 250 of the 350 was mortgage home loan debt. Well, I know in any country in the world I can make payments on that as long as I drop in the correct form. The rest of it is usually unsecured debt, and in this case it was. Merchant services, credit cards, car loan debt, private loans, these can be all negotiated out and minimalised. Now, in order to do what I've got to do, I float the idea and the concept to the seller that what I'm going to do is move the seller from a property she's no longer interested in, as well as try to save her credit and get her to recognise, which she already does recognise, there's not going to be much cash left in this pot by the time I'm finished. When the seller tells me they're on board in concept, I send them some forms that they send me back, and they must acknowledge that, and until I get the forms, I can't move forward. Once I get the forms back, then I can go the next steps. The next steps are as follows. I now can speak to the bank and get the bank on board that I'm going to babysit and look after the payments on this house. Secondly, I'll speak to the other lenders in place and see if they'll discount the debt in order for me to build a profit in for myself. The next thing, I've got to establish where the property is. I don't even wonder about where the property is until I know I've got a seller on board and I've got the financial institutions on board. Otherwise, we're spending a lot of research for a transaction that'll never come together. So now what I'll do is I'll speak to 3 agents who live near this property and find out what these properties sell for and what the demographic is of the area. That will help me to decide whether I'm going to do the work on the property, get somebody else to do the work on the property, and what my exit will be. If it's an upmarket neighbourhood, the potential buyers will not do the work on the house. If it's a down market neighbourhood, the future buyers will. Whether or not I exit for cash, wholesale it, or get the buyers to make payments to me will depend on the demographic and the earning potential of the people in that part of the world. The last thing is I'm going to ask myself is this: is it going to be an easy transaction, and how much money is going to come into my pocket based on the amount of life energy I have to expend in order to do it? My name is Rick Otton. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please click the link on the page and share the video with your friends.